Wow, my glasses are really reflective. That's so weird. Bitch, you look cute. Yeah. Anyways, so welcome to my YouTube channel, you guys. This is my first official video called Who Now Pao. And it's gonna be my lovely friend Stephanie. Yay! Hello. I had purchased some cards from the Skin Deep, who is an award-winning creative studio that explores human connections. And the cards that I purchased are the Stranger Edition. And they kind of help deepen relationships and stimulate conversation. So, the way this is gonna work, okay? One, we have to sit facing one another with a comfortable distance between us, okay? Two,
I'm comfortable.
choose an equal number of random cards from the deck. Okay. 3, take 30 seconds to relax, look at one another. And then 4, we're on a date. We're dating. Thank you. Thank you, Skin Deep, for bringing us together. And then 4, it's alternate asking and answering each question on the card.
Okay.
Okay. Each question must be asked, but you don't have to answer the question to earn the right to remain silent. You must look the person in the eye for 10 seconds before saying pass.
Oh shit.
I kind of shouldn't have read that part. I should have just we have to answer the questions. But
You know
I'm gonna respect the rules.
That reminds me of this it's like what am I trying to say? It's an exercise in theater class that they do. You have to stare at each other and not say anything, and then also in communication class with nonverbals.
Oh, and the what is it called? I forgot what the technique or the fucking
Beep. Oh. Beep. Oh. Beep. Oh.
I'll look it up. Look, we spent too much time on that. So you're gonna blindly pick 12 cards. So we'll do it like this.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's a reason why I'm not a math major. 12. Okay. Let me shut up. You
So-
have to be in the frame.
I have to bring you closer. Okay, she's in frame now. All right, so I'll let you, since you're the guest on my channel, you'll get to choose one of the 12 questions. We'll see how this goes.
I'm nervous.
Don't be nervous.
Okay.
You are gonna have to talk a little louder. I'm gonna need you to use your theater voice.
Do I look it? Do I look it?
Go.
Wait, go what? Ask the question? Oh, relax. I don't know how to do that. Okay.
Okay. Okay, Quagmire. All right, so sorry.
Okay.
Nervous. Take your time. Take all the time.
The question is, what do you really want to tell me?
Is this too much for YouTube?
Just do it.
Okay, so what I really want to tell you is I wish you believed in yourself the way I believe in you.
Shook.
I think most of the time when we have a conversation, actually when you come visit period, that's what I want to tell you. But yeah, so that's basically it.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's all you want to tell me?
I think that's like that's the core to all of it. What do you really want to tell me? It's back here.
You're a very blunt person, and I love it. It's just sometimes it's okay if you're not. Like just like lower, like a little bit, you know, like I appreciate it. I'm sure everyone else does too, but it's just sometimes when like we're beaten and blue already, it's like it's okay to just be like, I'm here for you.
Hugs. I feel you. I get you. Here's question 2. Okay.
question is, tell me about an experience that changed your life.
Oh wow. An experience that changed my life. The first thing that came to mind was when I was living in Dallas. I about the first month I was there, I had gone through this whole situation where car issues, which when don't I have car issues? Don't do that. um, and I was taking the train back home to my car that I left at my school because I had a flat tire. When I got off of work, I was getting to the train station, got to the train station, and they were no longer running. So I fell asleep at the train station. Waited until like 5 a.m. for it to like start running again so I can get to my car. At the time, I was sleeping out of my car. Haven't I told you?
No.
Yeah. So at the time, I was sleeping out of my car, and somebody woke me up. He woke me up and he said, "Hey, it's not." He thought I was dead.
Oh shit.
Because a week prior, someone got killed at that same station. So he ended up telling me, like waking me up, telling me to be careful, and then asked me if I would like to join him on his stops until the trains start running. So he allowed me to stay in the car with him, and he was basically kind of saying like God, like being a little God, being, he wasn't like religious from what I can tell or preachy, but he was just like, everything happens for a reason, and I believe like, I'm glad I was able to grab you and take you some with me, and I remember crying, thinking like, it has to be some divine power. God like stepped in and put someone in my path to take me with them, because no person really trusts people like that. So there was a lot of things that happened throughout that like 12-hour peak, like that kind of felt like divine intervention.
Yeah.
Because even the head of my school ended up, because I was gonna drop out, and I went into the office and was talking to the director, the head of the acting program, and I was gonna drop out, and he said, "What kind of car do I have?" Okay. He happened to have the same tires for that car at his home. He went on his lunch break, went to grab them and give them to me, or give one to me. And that whole moment, it was just like, you just never know who's being put in your path to brighten or enlighten you or push you forward. And from that point forward, I think I really held on to the idea of like, don't stop being a force of good for others, because you just never know what small acts of kindness and do for people. Yeah. Okay. So I don't get emotional. Tell me about an experience that changed your life.
Okay. One of the things that popped up first was in high school. And it got to a point where I did it every day, and my friends can vouch for this, but it was literally every single day during school, after school, and I had a best friend at the time, and she told me like, let's keep rolling, like just not a bad influence, because she wasn't a bad person, it's just the things that we did was not necessarily
okay.
Yeah. So she, okay, so there's this guy. We're gonna edit that out. Okay, I'm gonna change the name for purposes. There's this guy, we'll call him Charles, and I was like obsessed in a way, and I wanted his attention. Eventually, I got it, but when he found out that I daily, he was just like completely against it. So he gave me an ultimatum. It was between, of course, because I wanted him, I chose him, but I was being torn like into place. And I remember my mom came to pick me up because we were gonna go pick up my sister from her school, and she didn't know anything was wrong because I didn't look like I was high or anything like that. But when we were on the freeway, on the 101 Hollywood freeway, I felt like my body was on fire. and I still wasn't rolling, but I felt like my fingernails just gonna like fall off. I felt like my hair was coming out. I felt it was just a really bad trip. My best friend like, hey, can you just like, is there any way we could like stop the roll? I was scared. She's like, drink some milk. Last time she drank milk while she was high, she threw up. I was like, I can't drink milk. I don't have any on me, and secondly, I don't want to throw up because I was scared of throwing up. So I put my big girl pants on, and I said, either I die or I lose him, but I don't want to do either. So like I just need a solution. So I ended up texting Charles, and I was like, I did something bad, and you're gonna hate me, and that's fine, but hate me like afterwards. From that day on, if it wasn't for that experience, like I would have not stopped doing it at all because I was in love with the high, but I didn't want to fucking die, so I had to. It had to happen.
Thank you for sharing that.
I probably told you.
No.
Yeah.
Question 3. Again, actually, I want to give a quick thank you to Skin Deep for creating these cards. I think they're amazing. I think I learned something about Stephanie that I don't think I think I would have learned some down the line, but hey, early. Okay, so pick your next card.
This is a good one. What do you think I'm learning from you?
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Absolutely nothing.
This feels so cocky to like say out loud. Like what did you learn? What are you learning from me? I think hopefully through example, I mean I'm not on top of my own game at all time, but to just self-love, push yourself, go further and explore those horizons by yourself, and really hold on to yourself and believe in yourself and just go forward.
That's literally it.
Okay. Okay, so then the question goes back to you. What do you think I'm learning from you?
Can I use the pass?
What?
Can I use the pass? I honestly don't think you're learning shit from me. You're learning what not to do. But I think, I don't know, maybe it's...
Just think about it. It can be simple.
Well, one thing we did talk about one time, when I was taking my acting class, you didn't really know much about the theater. Like, you knew enough, but we were talking about, like, stage right, stage left, upstage, downstage, and you were like, well, it's completely different in acting. Like, we don't really have that. And I was like, you don't have that? You don't remember this conversation?
Yeah, but I think you're remembering it all. Like, I remember everything I said, but is that I know the difference between stage directions on stage and camera directions.
There you go. Can we do it again?
It's
not genuine. It's not genuine. Oh my God.
I honestly, I feel like, even though you feel like I haven't learned anything from you, honestly, you have taught me to stay vibrant.
You say I'm vibrant?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I think naturally you have that energy, and like, although there's a lot of factors to the reasons why you act how you act, you consistently, there's just this natural uplifting energy that you naturally have, and you don't notice it. Like, you can uplift a lot of people, and a lot of people may mistake you for flirty and all this other stuff, and which she is, y'all.
Bitch, I'm not.
But no, but a lot of people do mistake it because you're just so kind, and you live in the LA jungle, and yet you still have that kindness, that sense of purpose for others. So
Aww.
I think it's not so much what I've learned, but you remind me, and you keep that energy flowing like a bow. So
Okay. What would you want written on your tombstone and why?
oh shoot.
Yeah, that's deep.
Honestly, what?
Are we talking like jokingly or like legitimately like?
I mean, this is supposed to drive a little deep, but I mean, if you want to joke, you can.
Okay.
So if your response is a little bit more funny,
Because you know how some people say like,
It's
on my tombstone, I want to put like. Is
some
it
people,
like
some people really want that. So like it just depends. Like, whatever you really want.
Just making sure.
Yeah, you can say this. You can make it. It is what it is. For me though, I think I would love mine to say a friend to all. I'm just so big on friendship. So like for me, that like since I was a kid is just something I always strive for. Like I remember making myself a promise as a kid, saying like because I felt like I didn't have friends as a kid.
Oh,
Okay. Okay.
it explains so much.
Oh, stop. So yeah. So I just think it for me it was like I'm gonna promise myself as a kid that I will try to befriend anyone that comes in my path, no matter who they were. Don't get me wrong, okay. Use the BITCH. You gonna get the BITCH out of me, okay? Period. Period. Let me stop. Okay. To written on your tombstone and why? Oh, and it's saying why, so I did answer it. Okay.
Honestly, I am just such like. I know this is gonna sound like contradictory, but I'm such a plain person. Just put beloved. I'm like, if I die old, then like beloved grandma, mother, like friend, whatever, like sister. Like as long as it's a cute picture of me from like now, like that's all that matters.
She wants her face imprinted on the tombstone, okay? Come on, imagery. And we can live in 20, 30, 40, we're gonna die, girl. We can just have a hologram face of us.
Yes, I was gonna say that.
Hopefully, we'll see.
Hopefully,
a specific president doesn't ruin everything. So we're about to change this and do a little bit. What? Did I say that? Anyways, we're gonna do this a little bit closer because I feel like it just got a little awkward. Like not awkward, but like the position got a little off. Get closer, bitch. Also, me manhandling. Okay, so I'll step. This is actually better, and then we can answer each other like this. We can look at each other. So it's better. Okay. All right. So we have more cards. We're gonna do it like this. We'll do it against my chest.
What are the top 5 qualities you appreciate in a person?
Let me fix this. Also me. Let me fix this. Better. 5 qualities. 5 top qualities I appreciate in a person. Kindness. Also, wait, what else? Self-respect, and not to get into that. Not self-respect like what you would tell a woman or a man. It's more like as an individual, like the self-respect, like acknowledging when it's time to defend yourself and standing your place. Period. So. I'm sure there's a better word for that, but self-respect. I'm sure there's a word for this too, but someone who stands for others. I'm not trying to make you. I don't want you to be the keyboard warrior or like go out and protest consistently or like. It doesn't have to be that. It's just that when you see something wrong, like don't be afraid to stand up for them. Don't care for what other people have to say about it. You know what's wrong. You know it's wrong. Say something. Say something. 4, hardworking. Like hard work. Shut up.
Say hardworking.
She's like, oh, hardworking. Cause like to be, it's just good work ethic. Like just personal work ethic. Just like Like you don't work hard for no one else but you. And even when you do it for other people, like you're just trying to excel. You're trying to do better. You're not trying to lower your standards for no one, and just being 100% you, 100% capable and understanding. And 5, just not being pitiful. What's the better word for that? Just being confident, not cocky, confident. Confidence is a big something that I respect, because we all have our demons. But when your confidence comes in and shows and shines, it not only shows me that we are capable of surpassing our demons, but just yeah.
Accepting them.
Except yeah. Yeah. So, what are the top 5 qualities you appreciate in a person?
A big bank. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding.
Big bank, little bank.
No. I think the first one would definitely be loyalty, because I'm not saying, like you said, you have to defend someone all the time. Like, that's not the case, but how do I say this? If someone's not there, be on their side, defend them. That's like the biggest thing for me, and you know that's the biggest thing for me, bitch. Secondly,
I'm not kidding.
so my second, like, most important quality, humor.
Humor.
I need to laugh. Like,
I can see that. I went really serious with my qualities, but a sense of humor is.
Yeah. Even if it's like sarcastic humor, that's totally fine with me, as long as, like,
I don't know. Dry humor can be a little tough.
What you trying to say?
You don't have dry humor, man.
Really? They tell me I do.
Like, you're sarcastic. You're not dry humor.
Oh.
I think there's a difference.
I could check that off.
I think for me, I don't know.
Third would be. This is hard.
When you think, I guess, to better help you, like, when you think of someone that you respect, what do you look up on? What do you?
Passion. Not like romantic passion. Like
being passionate.
Yeah, having desires and being able to chase them. Ambition.
Goals.
Yeah.
Ambitious and okay.
Yeah. I can't think. Damn. The third one. Knowledge. It doesn't even have to be book smart. It could be just like they know shit, you know, like
know stuff, or that they love to learn stuff.
Love to learn stuff. They
Studious.
But that's such a generalization, because then everyone's gonna think like, oh, that's just like college.
School. Okay.
Yeah.
So not studious, but more
curious, and like it's like they. Okay, for
willing
example,
willing to learn.
Yeah, like, oh, okay, there's a bottle of Patron. Like, I want to know more about Patron. Like, like, just shit like that. It's right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm telling people I got Patron bottle behind this camera.
There's flowers in it.
That sounds worse. Oh, he likes to water his plants with tequila. Anyways.
What number was it?
Oh, I think that's 4. So
okay.
we got one more.
And the 5th one is probably my favorite quality.
Can you get in frame a little bit?
My favorite quality. Spontaneity. Spontaneity? Being spontaneous.
Spontaneous.
I need that. Like, even if it's with friends, I need to, like...
I love that.
I just need to get out sometimes, and it's like, let's just go to the beach at, like, 1 a.m. Okay, let's go.
Get in frame.
You gonna get Jack in the Box?
We're probably going to get Jack in the Box after this. Shout out to...
Really?
Shout out to Jack in the Box. If you want to promote me, that'd be great.
Sponsor me.
Alright, so... We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more questions. This video is 33 minutes long. Whew.
So cut it in half.
No, I will. Go ahead.
What is it about me that makes you feel I understand you?
Your kind heart. You have a really kind heart. And I think you're a person that is capable of relating to others. So, yeah.
That's such a long answer and thoughtful answer. Thank
Is
you.
it a long answer?
I was being sarcastic. Thank you.
I was like, fuck you. Forget you, man. So what is it about me that makes you feel I understand you?
I think the same goes for you, honestly. Like,
It's a mix because it's like a kind heart for me, but also the fact that you are spontaneous, adventurous, and like just like you're so kind hearted. Like you have that energy, you have that pulsing kind as an adventurous energy that I love in people. Period. We're loving the people around me. Period. Period. Da.
Period.
Okay. Okay. I think maybe we should do just one more question because this video is getting really long. But we'll just try to finish it
This
all.
one looked long.
And we'll do the rest of them off camera.
Okay. How do you deal with conflict and how do you feel about it?
Oof. Depends on the conflict. I can be ruthless if the person or the conflict is not being respectful of the person, whatever. If there's a loss of respect in the situation, I am very ruthless in how I come for you. I don't try to disrespect you. I don't try to do any of that, but I'm one that's like, what's up? This ain't it. This ain't happening, and this is how we're gonna do it. And the whole East Side came out of me.
Now you're becoming East Los Angeles in...
No. East Coast, ma'am. Don't do no East Los Angeles nothing, ma'am. No. That's all you, baby girl. Ah! And how do you deal with conflict? And then conflict, like, it's just regular conflicts, and I just deal. I'm really good at dealing with conflict. I don't stress. I keep going. I make it happen. I make it work. I know how to deal with people. I know how to deal with situations. But again, when it comes to a loss of respect in a situation, I am a different person. I become like a mama bear almost. I get defensive.
It's true.
Okay, and so how do you deal with conflict, and how do you feel about it? About conflict?
Yeah.
I do.
Okay, I feel like over the past few months, a lot has changed when it comes to how I deal with it. Before, and you can vouch for this, I will hold everything in, even if someone's like pestering at me, like, or just the issue's getting bigger and bigger, and I'll let it get bigger, and then there just comes like a time when even if it's like the littlest thing, I'll poof, like I'll explode and I'll just like go off on them. But now, I feel like it's better to just attack the situation. Not attack it, but like just like
deal with it right away.
Yeah, just not come at them. What am I trying to say? Like just
approach
them and be like, hey, like.
I think a lot of people misconstrue the idea when someone says just deal with the situation. Doesn't necessarily mean like attack. Doesn't mean it needs to be hostile. Doesn't mean any of that.
Yeah.
That's just what people are programmed to think. That's what it is. I think dealing with the situation right away prevents people from thinking, or like if it's about the person, prevents them from thinking like past it.
Yeah.
Thinking worse, allowing their minds to marinate in like all the negativity and thinking the worst of a situation when it could be a simple fix. So, it depends. Good one. That's actually really good. All right.
What do you do that detracts from the relationships in your life?
I think it's my lack of responsibility. I think even though I can be responsible and I can be mature, I can be immature as well when it comes to my responsibilities. Period. I just don't know how to, I'm financially not stable, and I know that can be it can be a burden on the people around you because they feel like they need to assist you, they need to help you, need to be there for you, but they're busy taking care of themselves, and I don't ever want to be a burden, but I just don't want to be a burden. I think my financial instabilities make me a burden to the people in my life.
That's deep.
Also, everybody watching this session is like, true! And to clarify, all the good that I'm capable of showing and all the good that I'm capable of doing, it kind of seems like a lie when I'm such a financial burden. To some people, that's how it ends up coming across.
Not me.
Thank you. Thank you for being a real one. So what about you?
I think my relationships are pretty much great. No, honestly, I don't know. Because a lot of the times when it comes to like friendships or no, I got it. I tend to be like a little bit honest, and sometimes just goes a little bit over, honestly, and then it just comes off as being rude.
Okay.
I've lost 2 friends like that. And it's like, I've got them back, but it's like...
So overly blunt.
Sometimes, yeah. But I don't
or is it more like, or like insensitive without noticing that you're being insensitive?
There you go.
So, lack of sensitivity at important situations.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I can see that. But I don't take offense to it. Because like, I honestly...
Because you're not low.
Careful who sees this video.
I don't give a... Okay. Who in your family are you most... Oh, man, I sounded like the Mad Hatter.
Who in your family? That sounded weird.
Who in your family are you most similar to, and who are you most different from?
I think my grandmother. I think me and my sisters can vouch. Like I feel me and my sisters can say the same thing. Oh no! Wait. Hold on. Yeah, I'm actually most similar to my mom. I like to think that I'm from my grandmother, but my mom is very opinionated. She's very warm-hearted, very open, but I think sometimes we think we know what's right. I've tried to go away from that, but I know that's where I got it from. Sometimes we think we know that the path that we're in is correct, or that we know that it's correct, or whatever, that we can't be pushy about it. And our opinions can get annoying. Yeah. So, yeah. So, and then the one that I'm most different from, I would just have to say it's one of my aunts. One of my aunts is, I'm not going to name my aunt, because I do love her regardless, but my aunt is very superficial. She loves her family, and she'll take care of her immediate family especially, and she'll be there in a heartbeat. She'll drop everything, like if my sister was having surgery, and like, you know, she dropped everything to go see my sister, like, because that's what family does. At least that's what our family does. But at the same time, her obsession with superficiality and like giving this appearance and this facade of having money or being this or being polished is too much, like, for me. And I it's one of the reasons why I don't always visit. Love you, auntie. Bia. Okay, so we got 3 more cards. So we're both like, we're both like, wait a minute.
You didn't ask me.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Who in your family are you most similar to, and are you the most different from?
I think I'm most similar to my mommy because we're both. We both have
Acquired taste in men. Okay.
No, it's not that. We got it. But I think what it is, it's that we're both very like with friendships, with relationships, with everything, we have a guard up all the time with everything, literally everything. we're optimistic towards others. We're like, oh yeah, you're gonna do great, you're gonna achieve this, you're gonna achieve that. Like we believe in them. But when it comes to ourselves, we're like, I'm gonna fail. Like I'm done. Like that's just how it is with us. Like that's why I can relate most to her, and she's been through a lot, and I've been through a lot. So like I could see where she comes from. And one day I'll meet her and realize that it's like looking in the, you guys are looking into a mirror. Yeah. But as for different, oh fuck.
There's so many curse words in this video.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I think I'm most different from my dad, because how do I say this nicely without sounding like I put others' needs before my own a lot of the time. And for those people who don't have a daddy, you know, and then they leave, it's like, you know, it's like you have to, like, I believe a lot in loyalty, and like some daddies aren't loyal.
More questions?
I saw this one and I wanted it.
Oh, good.
What's your favorite memory from your worst relationship?
Oh wow, they are kind of like. I should. I read that correctly. So I kind of did a whole long distance thing. I never really had a, you know, personal relationship. We're talking about relationship, you know, intimate, that intimate. And I think for me it was just, I guess, because I was 27 at the time, just feeling like, oh wow, I can find someone. So I think that's the best feeling / memory that I have of that relationship.
You're holding out.
No, that's it.
Really?
Because everything else wasn't really. It was all in my head. Go ahead.
Okay, so first time I see this, but it was more like a me thing. Last year, I never went to Big Bear in my life. Like had never gone there, and I really want to see snow for the first time. I was excited, and well, it's not even TMI. All women have it. I started my period in Big Bear, and it kind of like held us back from really like going out and having fun. So instead, we just stood in and watched movies and made dinner with his family, with his brother and his brother's girlfriend and her kids. And like, I didn't get to explore Big Bear, but being outside, I was like, what? I need to go to Big Bear again. So like, I want to go to Big Bear again, but like, it was not so much like.
The best part of the relationship, the best memory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're gonna edit a lot of that.
No, put it in.
I feel horrible, but okay, fine.
Why?
Okay.
Okay, let me think again.
No, that's fine. That's fine. We'll edit it.
No.
I'll show you. I'll show you.
Put it in. Let him know that I don't necessarily hate him, please.
Okay.
Okay. What do you consider your 3 greatest mistakes? Moving to Dallas, moving to Los Angeles.
No, I love those. I love my adventures. Not learning to be financially responsible at a really early age. I think if I was taught how to be more responsible at an earlier age, then I hopefully, you never know, I would be in a better place financially. 2, worst mistake. Greatest mistake. Ooh. I don't know if I have any other. I think the financial part is the biggest mistake I feel like I ever made. I don't regret anything from the past, to be honest with you. I don't really. I think it's more like attributes that I picked up. Another great mistake, I guess, is not learning how to stand up for myself at a really early age as well. Like, I think I've always stood up for myself, so I can't say that either. Like, people will be like, shut up. I think it's like where it mattered. Like, I knew how to fight for myself. I just didn't do it when it mattered the most. Oh, and not being there for my that okay, not being there for my little sister the way I should have been. I can definitely say that I failed as an older brother to be there for my little sister in many ways. And it's a pain, it's a burden. It's a pain, I don't know, burden, but it's a reminder consistently when I see her and stuff like that that I never want her to feel that I wasn't there for her. Oh, that almost made me cry. Okay. So so let's get back to you. So what do you consider the three greatest mistakes?
I think one of them in general is it's something that I'm working on. So it's an ongoing thing. It's an ongoing mistake. It's leading people on when I know I'm genuinely not interested. Because even if it's like a job or something, and I get offered the position, like I make it seem like I want it, and I hype them up to get me, and then last minute I'm like, you know what, I just don't really want this, and then it's just like.
So being honest with yourself.
Yeah. The second greatest mistake. It's allowing my family in 2015 to kind of sway me into becoming Republican. Yeah, I had a lot of beliefs. My beliefs were different back then than they are now. Like, just complete opposites. That's my biggest mistake.
What, being swayed to being Republican?
Because like I followed a lot of the values. I didn't vote, but I did follow a lot of the values.
Which I want to add, there's nothing fully wrong with being Republican.
Yes, there is.
I personally don't think so. I think, period, regardless which side, I think don't let ideas steer you away from real life situations, and that people's lives, period,
Reality,
matter.
yeah.
Right. Like, your reality is not the same as someone else's reality in the States and outside of this country, period. So think with your heart, think with compassion, and that's it. Don't let just your ideas be the set in stone of who you are. There's more to you. You're more complex. This world is more complex. God is complex. It's all complex. Let's use our head. Be more compassionate.
And my last one is definitely allowing myself to fail at Cal State Northridge.
What?
Cal State Northridge. Before I went to Fullerton, I went to Cal State Northridge, and I failed. I had a 1.68 GPA. I don't even know how they accepted me, but I'm there.
Also,
yeah.
Thank you guys for accepting her.
Thank you. Yeah.
That's
Last
crazy.
time. I know, right?
And the last and final card. Oh shit! I dropped it too.
Oh my god, my T-zone.
Your what? Oh yes. Anyways, I'm gonna read this last one.
Okay.
Describe an experience that made you realize you were on the wrong path.
You answer first.
Why I asked the question?
Okay, I'll ask. It was 2016, and Hamilton had just become like the big thing in Broadway fandoms. And I remember, like, I've always been into like theater and stuff like that, but I was already studying communications. The thing is, when I saw the Hamilton bootleg, I remember seeing them dance, and like I was just like, I remember I had a moment where I was in my room and I was like trying to learn the dances, and I just stopped and I was like, what the Like, what are you doing as a communication major? Like, you don't want that. Like, you're not as passionate about that as you are as theater. And I was like, damn. So since then, I had been working towards, like, theater. I would take, like, theater classes here and there at Pasadena. Like, I needed to gradually get myself in there until last year is when I finally just, like, hit the ground running with it. But all it took was to see an illegal cut of Hamilton to realize that I was on the wrong path.
Thank you, bootleg people. Also, don't do it.
Yours.
That's pretty cool, though. Yeah, are you doing theater for real?
Yeah, I'm a theater major at Pasadena too. That's the homework I just finished.
You changed it? When did you change your major?
No, at Fullerton I'm a communications major. At Pasadena City College I'm a theater arts major.
You're taking two things right now?
Yeah.
Okay, that's something else I learned that's new. No, at least clarified. Describe an experience that made me realize I was in the wrong path. It's 2012. 2011. Yeah. 2010. Oh, something like that. It's 10, 11. I was at a point where basically I had lost my job. I was working for T-Mobile. I lost that job. I was, all my roommates had moved out. All my friends had moved out. My sister moved out. Everybody moved out from a place that we were all renting. And I felt like I was carrying a lot of everybody's burdens on my shoulder. Not to say that I was taking care of them, but I felt like I needed to take care of them and my sister and whatever. And everybody moved on. Everybody took care of themselves and everybody was just on their own path. And I sat there and I was like, now what? What do I want? Like, how unhappy I was with the situation where I was at. Not just losing the job, but like I wasn't happy fully with the job, period. And not that I was unhappy with the job, I was unhappy where I was. City, living, just unhappy. And realizing, this ain't it, boo. We gotta do more. And what do you really want? Everybody out here is in this college town, by the way. This is Gainesville, Florida. Everybody in this college town is trying to do what they want to do, hopefully. A lot of them are actually doing what their parents want them to do. But, what do I want? What do I truly want to the world to say about me? What do I want my family, my friends to say about me? And learning that no matter what I do, my family will benefit from it. Period.
I think you told me about this.
So yeah, so you guys, that was it. That was us answering the 12 questions from the Skin Deep cards. I actually loved this experience.
Me too.
It was really deep. It was very comfortable. We had to change positions because it's just this is better. I can see you through here and I can actually like talk to you. I'm like, hey, like, so like, I'm sure like Skin Deep is probably like, that's not how we told you to do it, but we did. But no, I learned a lot from Stephanie today. I learned a lot about what she's dealt with, how she feels about certain things in her life, and she learned a couple things about me too. A lot.
That Dallas story reminded me of Disney. Can I tell
Disney.
the story?
What's Disney? No!
Yes. Can I?
For another video.
Oh.
Anyways, friends, thank you for having us. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for watching us. We had a great time. Thank you to the Skin Deep for creating such amazing cards, allowing us to get closer, allowing us to space, creating a safe space for us to ask each other more personal, deep questions, uncomfortable too. But thank God I have a friend who is open to those type of situations. So again, thank you guys for watching, friends. Till next time. Bye.